All right, in this video, we're going to talk about image pyramid blending in OpenCV using Python. So we'll start off by saying what it is, why do we need it, how does it work, and jump straight into a coding example. So by the end of this video, we'll see how we get this image here on the right. Okay, so what is image pyramid blending? It's a technique that uses a Gaussian pyramid and also a Laplacian pyramid. So we'll see that in action in our code later on. So why do we need it? Main idea is it gives you smoother blending. So notice here that the pixels that go from blue to red, there's a nice transition between it. So that's the main benefit. So how does image pyramid blending work? So this image here describes a process. It can look pretty confusing, but the idea is you have some image, if say you start at G0, and then you downsize it using the Gaussian. So here is an example of your Gaussian blur kernel. So when you downsize it, and then when you take the smallest size and you expand it, then when you subtract the difference, you get what's called your Laplacian, which is your difference of Gaussians, especially essentially. And then when you have your Laplacians, you might have image A and image B. So in our case, like a right and left image. And what you want to do is take the Laplacians and you add them together. And then after you add them together, you're going to expand it back up. And then you'll be able to get your image that's been blended. Okay, so there's some fine details of the steps that we're not going through here, but we'll see it when we go into the coding. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into the coding example. Okay, so as usual, let's go ahead and import some of the modules that we'll need. Import CV2 as CV, and then import numpy as MP, import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT, and then import ROS. So here we're going to call a function. We're going to call this image pyramid blending here. And then we have our if name equals main. And we're going to call our image pyramid blending. Okay, so inside of here, we'll go ahead and read in our file. So root equals os.get cwd. And then we have our image path equals os.path.join. And then we're going to pass in root and then demo images, and our picture is called tessa.jpg. And what we're going to do is combine our BGR and RGB images together. So instead of using two images, we're just going to combine two images of different color channels. Okay, so one we'll call BGR and we'll say cv.read, and then we'll pass in the image path. And then the other one we'll just call RGB and then say cv.cvt color and pass in the BGR, then pass in the color code BGR to BGR to RGB. Okay, so there we have our two images. And let's go ahead and start plotting things so we can see what's happening. So I'm going to have our plt.figure here, and then plt.show in the end. So let's first take a look at the Gaussian pyramid for the BGR image. So I'm going to call this downsample, and then image bgr.copy, because I'm gonna modify it, so I'm making a copy here. And then what I'm going to do is say bgr, and a function called Gauss, or variable called Gauss pyramid list. And then first I'm going to pass in my downsample. So that's the first entry inside my Gaussian pyramid. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a subplot here, 2, 3, 1. And we'll do plt.show, the downsample. Let's take a look at the first entry. So it should just be a copy, right? So we're just going to see the picture that we're working with right now. So this is a channel that we're using, the wrong channel essentially, because we're not flipping it. And then we're going to go inside a for loop. So for I in range 5 for the remaining of the downsampling. So plt.subplot, and then we have 2, 3, and then I plus 2. And our downsample is going to be cv dot. Here's the function that we're using. It's called pure down. So that's what does the Gaussian pyramid. And what you want to pass in is the image you're trying to downsample. So every time you pass this in, it'll cut the image by half. So if I do plt.show downsample, and then what I'm going to do is store it inside here. And we're not going to use it quite yet. We'll see later on how we're going to use it. But for now, let's just store it in. And then if I plot this, we should see it downsampled and Gaussian blurred. Okay, so notice that we start off with a like 4000 by 3000 resolution, and then as we keep cutting in half, we go down to a 120 by like 80-ish. Okay, so that is our downsampled Gaussian. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Laplacian pyramid. So I'm going to make a new figure, and then I'm going to call this BGR Laplacian pyramid list. And the first entry of this is going to be the BGR Gauss pyramid list. I'm going to pass in the fourth element. Okay, so that's that. And then here I'm going to say for I in range, going to go backwards from 4 to 0 and then decrement by 1. And I'm going to do plt.subplot 2, 3, and then 4 minus I plus 1. And then what I'm going to do is the Laplacian I'm going to upsample. So here I'm saying upsamp equals cv dot, and the function we're going to be using is called pyramid up. So this pyramid up function, what you want to do is just pass in the Gaussian pyramid. So have BGR Gauss pyramid, and pass in I. And then what you want to do is find the difference. Okay, so here we're going to say the difference is going to be cv dot subtract, and we're going to pass in BGR and then Gauss pyramid list, and then I minus 1. And then the difference is going to be with the upsample. Okay, so what this says is we have Gaussian. This one is the Gaussian pyramid list. So we're going to find the difference of the pyramid, and then we're going to take one of them, we're going to upsample it, and then find the difference of the previous one. Okay, and then from there, the difference of those Gaussians will give us the main edges that we'll see when we plot it. Okay, so if I do BGR, again, I'm going to store this for later, append. And I do plt.show, and then we'll plot the difference. Okay, so if I go ahead and run this, we just see what's happening. Okay, so notice that if I zoom in, you can see a little bit better. But notice that the difference of Gaussians, they will tend to show the edges. Okay, so it preserves the fine features of our image. Okay, it was a little bit hard to see, but if you zoom in, you can start to see the lines. So that is what that step is doing. And then the next step, what we want to do is get the Gauss pyramid for the other image. So we're essentially going to repeat everything we did here. Just do copy paste. We could make a function, but I am not. And then here we have BGR. Just going to change that to RGB. Okay. So that is that. And we're also going to repeat the same thing for here, for the Laplacian. And then here I'm going to just rename this to RGB. Okay, so that should essentially change everything. So now we've done the same thing for the left image and the right image. So if I were to run this, we will see our two plots, or two for each image. Again, if we zoom in, we'll see the details, but it's going to be the same. So this is our normal RGB channel, and you can see it's been blurred with the Gaussian pyramid. Okay, so now that we have the two, what we want to start doing is combining them. Okay, so to combine it, we're going to create a new list called combined list. And inside this combined list, we're going to add the two Laplacians together. So we're going to have figures to show what's happening. I'm going to create an offset value, which we'll see later. This is where we're cutting the middle of the picture. I just mashed it up to have the logo be centered. And then I have for I in range, and then pass in the length. And the length that we're dealing with is RGB Laplacian pyramid list. So for the left image, we have RGB Laplace, the Laplacian pyramid list. And then for the right, it's going to be the BGR, and Laplacian pyramid list. So that's our left and right. So we want to get the shape of this. So do columns. And then we're going to do left dot shape. Let's see, misspelling left. So now we have the combined image is going to be np dot. We're going to stack it horizontally. So we're going to say the left from 0 to columns, and then divide by 2 plus the offset. And then for the right, we're going to have columns divided by 2 plus the offset. Okay, up until the end. Then we have our combined list dot append. We're going to add on every one of our combined images together. And we'll go ahead and plt dot subplot it. So 2, 3, then I plus 1. And then plt dot show our combined image. So if I go ahead and run this, we should see our combined image at the very end. Should move this plt.show down here, so it should plot. Go ahead and close this, and if I rerun it, it should show. Okay, so notice the first image has the colored part, and then the rest are the Laplacian. Okay, so one of the images needs to have some of the color details, and then the rest is just the main features. Okay, so the next step is where all the magic happens. So now we're gonna have a blend is gonna be the combined list 0. So the first picture. So we saw that the first picture, what we had here was combined list append combined, right? So the first combined was the left and right, which is the first picture of the Laplacian pyramid. And because the first element in our Laplacian pyramid, we got from the Gaussian pyramid. Okay, so the very first picture is essentially a Gaussian blurred version, and then all the other following ones are the Laplacians. Okay, so for the blending, we start off with the first image, which is colored, and then say for I in range 1 through 4, we're gonna blend it. So blend is gonna use the pyramid up function. So we're gonna pyramid up blend. So once we upsample that, the next step is we're gonna do blend equals cv dot add. We're gonna take the blended image plus the combined list and the ith element. Okay, so what this will show is if I have a new figure here, plt dot figure, and plt dot show, the final blended image, what you'll notice is that, so what this is doing is saying it's gonna pyramid up, so upsample it, and then it's gonna add the the upsampled image with the last Laplacian image. Okay, so if I run this, you're gonna see the final outputs using the pyramid blending, and notice that once I combine it, everything is nice and smoothly blended. So you can see the transition is a nice gradient as we expected. Okay, so this is a pretty neat application if you're trying to combine images and make it nice and smooth, because otherwise, if you were to combine two images directly, you'll see a very fine line in between. So this helps it smooth it out. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.